Parents decide another trip to the cabin. Welcome to Grandpa Story 10. It's not too hard to convince Grandpa. A chance to educate grandkids. So let's go. Grandkids want to play and learn more of life's lessons. Well, I am not sure they want to learn after all they have been in school all week. They do know with Grandpa along, something is going to be learned. After all, they see Grandpa's instruction book at his house when they come over to visit. Well, we will teach them something new. The sun was just beginning to set over the tall pine trees as grandkids carefully stacked firewood near the campsite. The gentle rustling of leaves and the distant, beautiful sound of an owl set the perfect backdrop for another one of his timeless lessons. Please like, subscribe, and share. Catch up on previous videos. And come along with us for a very educational ride. Let's start at the fire when we arrived. Grandpa smiled warmly, settling into his comfortable camping chair and motioned for the children to gather around the campfire. Tonight, I want to tell you a story about responsibility, respect, and the beauty of nature, he said. As the fire crackled, Grandpa reached into his old camping bag and pulled out a small flashlight. When I was young, my father took me camping and taught me something I never forgot, he began. We must always leave a place better than we found it. The children listened closely as Grandpa explained how nature provides for everyone, and it's our job to take care of it. He pointed to the tall trees, the pine cones on the ground, and the tiny creatures such as lizards, which we like to call baby dinosaurs, scurrying through the underbrush. Everything has a purpose, and when we respect it, we make the world better for ourselves and others. To make his point, Grandpa gave each child a task. One was in charge of gathering any trash they found. Another was to make sure the fire stayed safe, and the rest were responsible for setting up the sleeping area properly. As they worked, they saw how much care was needed to keep their surroundings clean and safe. Afterward, Grandpa pulled out a small wooden box and opened it to reveal a handful of smooth, polished stones. Each of you gets one of these stones tonight, he said. They represent the good you did today. A simple act of kindness, a moment of responsibility, a sign of respect. Each one leaves a mark, just like these stones that were once rough, but became smooth over time. The children held their stones tightly, understanding the lesson in a way that no words alone could teach. As they settled into their sleeping bags, the stars above twinkled, and the night carried the soft whisper of the trees, as if nature itself was pleased. Grandpa smiled, knowing that another important lesson had taken root in young hearts. And as the campfire dimmed, he whispered, "Remember, the world is our home. Take care of it, and it will take care of you." With that, the quiet hum of nature surrounded them, wrapping them in a lesson they would carry for life. As we take a look in the instruction book, when does the instruction book say there will be peace on earth? Revelation 20. 1 through 6, you can look that up. I'll also mention Daniel 2:44. These are indicators of the peace to come, a millennium of peace. I'll let you comment for any more questions. In Grandpa's wisdom, he thought this would be a great time for further explanation and camping lesson on Revelation 21 through 6. It was a cool autumn evening. Grandpa and his grandkids sat around the warm glow of the campfire, the stars twinkling above them. It was their favorite time, when Grandpa shared wisdom that could guide them in life. "Tonight," Grandpa began, "I want to tell you about something very important. It's about patience, kindness, responsibility, and gratitude. And it's connected to a powerful lesson from our instruction book, Revelation 20, 1 through 6. The children leaned in closer as Grandpa picked up a sturdy rope. "Imagine this rope represents time," he said. "Some parts of it are rough, some smooth, some tangled, and some straight. Life is like that, full of challenges and blessings. Revelation 20 talks about a time when God will set things right, a time of peace and renewal after a long period of struggles. He continued, "The passage tells us about Satan being bound for 1,000 years, and during that time, there will be peace. Those who have followed God's ways, those who have been patient, kind, responsible, and grateful, will be part of this beautiful time." Grandpa saw puzzled faces and smiled. Let me explain it another way. Remember how we set up our camp today? We had to gather firewood, pitch the tent, and prepare our food. If we had rushed, ignored our duties, or been unkind to each other, we wouldn't be sitting here enjoying this moment. But because we were responsible, worked together, and helped one another, we're now warm by the fire, enjoying the blessings of our efforts. That's how God's plan works too. He wants us to be patient, kind, and responsible so we can enjoy the rewards He has prepared for us. Thus, the 10 commandments that were given to show love, patience, kindness, and respect. You can go back to previous videos for more content. The grandkids nodded as they started to understand. So when we wait for good things and do the right thing, we're getting ready for the good time God promises, one of them asked. Exactly, Grandpa beamed. God rewards those who remain faithful and do what is right. When we show love, kindness, and gratitude now, we're preparing for the beautiful future He has planned for us. Just like our camping trip, the effort we put in today will bring joy later. The fire crackled, and a peaceful silence settled over them as they thought about Grandpa's words. The night was cool, but their hearts were warm with understanding. They knew that by living with love, patience, and responsibility, they were preparing for something far greater, just as Revelation 20 promised. Grandpa patted the rope gently. Remember, kids, time is in God's hands. If we trust Him and live by His values, we will be part of His great and wonderful plan. And with that, they sat together, watching the fire and feeling the peace of knowing they were walking the right path. Please like, share, and subscribe to keep up with Grandpa. And like Grandpa teaches the grandkids when they ride with him on the four-wheeler, hang on for more to come back next week.